you can definitely count on Karl Truman, and he is with us in the studio to answer your questions live at 276-2118. If you'd like to call in now, be a great time to get a question answered. We also have a mailbag full of questions. And Karl, you know, you just amaze me with how many things you're involved with. You're handling,
the list goes on and on, Karl.
You're handling a lot of veterans claims right now, but you're also working on behalf of many different organizations that help veterans. The Marine Corps Marathon, one thing you're doing, you're a big athlete.
Huge.
Yeah, coming up in October, I'm going to be running, it's my 10th marathon, the Marine Corps Marathon, which was my very first marathon. And I wanted to do something special this time, is that I'm going to be running to raise money for Run for the Warriors. It's an organization that helps wounded veterans with different facilities and but all the money. And one of the great things about this organization, the reason I chose this organization, is that it's all volunteer, so 100% of the money all goes to help the wounded veterans.
Amazing.
And I'm going to be putting together a website soon. It's not quite there yet, but hopefully within the next couple weeks it's going to be ready to launch for people to go on to my website to make donations and pledges for the wounded veterans.
And
wonderful.
We know that's always, been in your heart, is to do something like this because of your history.
Well, it's something I really believe in. I mean, it's great that, to be able for anyone, for all of us to find something that we're passionate about and we want to support and really want to do something to try to give back.
That's right. We're taking your phone calls right now. 276-2118. Karl Truman is in the house to take your questions. Karl, last week we were talking a little bit about veterans claims, and this week you kind of want to hit on it again.
Yes, I am become accredited to be able to represent veterans before the Veterans Administration for disability claims. You have to be accredited by the VA, and I have become accredited by the VA to handle veterans claims. And so that's something, again, that I'm really interested in, helping veterans for disability claims. Now, it does not include, like, if sometimes I'll get calls for veterans asking about VA housing or education benefits. Those types of things I'm not handling. But people who have become injured while on active duty, and it doesn't have to be during combat. I mean, certainly there are a lot of veterans claims, whether it's Vietnam or any of the wars, Iraq, Afghanistan. Certainly those are very important claims, but one of the aspects about VA disability is that if you're on active duty and you become injured, even if it's not in combat, you still can have a VA disability claim.
So let's say that sergeant tells you to move that car and it's got its parking brake on and you strain your back.
If it's documented while you were on active service, then yes, you could have a VA disability claim.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
Good to know.
I know you've been following the news about the Medal of Honor winner, Leroy Petrie. And
please don't say winner. That's one of my, that is one of my...
recipient of.
Yeah, awarded.
Yes.
Or recipient, but when I hear people in the media say that someone won the Medal of Honor, it makes it sound like a contest.
Very good correction.
Yeah. And that is something that I really try to point out, that please don't say he won the Medal of Honor. It's not a contest.
Absolutely. So
Right.
the recipient of the Medal of Honor was Leroy Petrie, who actually threw a grenade out from a huge group of Rangers, blowing his hand off in the process, and still managed to lead his group to safety.
That's right.
Which
very
is
incredible,
an incredible
very
act
incredible
of courage and selflessness.
Yeah, and the other thing, people sometimes mistakenly call it the Congressional Medal of Honor. It's not. It is approved by Congress, but it is the Medal of Honor. It's not the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Absolutely. Well, it's always good to know that you can call Karl at 276-2118 with all of the questions that you have for legal issues. You can also send emails to Karl Truman.
And you can send them to us as well, live at WBKI.tv. Karl, we talked several times about your two books. And they have very good information about them. We want to hear more about them.
Well, I do have two books. One book, which has had a tremendous response, is Wolves in Sheep's Clothing, What Your Insurance Company Doesn't Want You to Know.
Very good information.
I mean, I even had to get a reorder of those because I went through them so quickly. And so if someone does want one of my books, they can call my office and we'll be glad to send a free copy, which the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing was also listed as a bestseller on Amazon.com.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
And the second book?
The second book is The Truth in Lawyer Advertising. Talks about a lot of the catchphrases and things that you see in lawyer advertising and what they really mean. And you know, some of the, for example, there's an advertisement on television that we see all the time, which is actually a chiropractor that looks like a lawyer ad. And it's really kind of interesting whenever I will point out to someone, well, you know, he's really a chiropractor from Tampa, Florida. The response is, really?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
So are there any guidelines as far as,
you
know, being a lawyer and shooting a commercial? I mean, I'm sure there's a certain amount of verbiage that has to go on it, but anything else?
Well, there are ethics rules that attorneys have to comply with. You know, non-attorneys, unfortunately, don't have to comply with any rules. They do whatever they want. And one of the other aspects, too, is that I point out in the book is that something that you would think that is very basic, that you shouldn't even have to ask, but sometimes you even have to make sure that the lawyer is even licensed here, because there are lawyers on television from Florida, from Texas, from other parts of the country that that aren't even licensed to practice law here in Kentucky or Indiana.
Yeah, you see those on that the guy's lawyer commercial. If you're a dad and you're getting a divorce, we want to help you. And then it says they're licensed in Ohio and Wisconsin. And they're like, why are you advertising in this market?
Yeah, well, there are some that place what are called national ads, where they could be in Texas, and they'll just blast a cable advertisement all over the country.
So what do? Get somebody like you who is licensed to handle the case for them?
Well, I don't know. I mean, some of them try to do it themselves, and like I say, there's a law firm that we see on TV every single day right here, but they have a local office here, but the lawyers on camera are not even licensed to practice law here.
Amazing.
They're from Tampa. They're from Tampa, Florida.
If you want to send your questions to Karl Truman, you can check him out at trumanlaw.com. I love the new telephone number. It's 222-2222. Any questions that you have that involve personal injury law, and Karl Truman can handle it all for you in Kentucky and Indiana.
That's right.
Dial that number. Look up trumanlaw.com. We'll have him back next week. You can count on the Colonel, Karl Truman. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah.